Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dorks Daily. The sword is here. Dorks Daily. Here it is. Here it comes. Coming right at you. Cheers to everyone who's voting today.
Guys, it is Tuesday, November 5th. It is election day, so I hope everybody's gotten out there and voted.
Yes on 3.
Anyway, guys, look how dark it is in here. We're in the dark. Is anybody else messed up over this daylight savings time?
No, it's horrible, guys. I woke up at like 5:30 this morning.
Yes, I keep getting up so early too.
Extra
and I'm like
early.
up. I'm
Yeah.
like, why am I awake right now? Like, this is ridiculous. Okay? I'm ready for bed like now.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's 7:30. I thought it was 10:30.
Yo, and you know how I told you guys that like voting day in Philly, I used to never work because you got harassed by like customers, like coming in that just would like walk around like, oh, it's a barber shop.
They just
I didn't know
dusted
this was
themselves
here.
off.
Yeah, like, all right, dude, I
first
haven't been
time
out of the
in
house in 4 years, but you know,
Yeah.
try to come out more. It will help.
Yeah.
Well, here I'm getting the same thing, but it's like suit people. Like people of like,
Really?
yeah, like this guy walked in, he's
Suit
like,
people.
like when a guy comes in with a suit, I usually know that man got an appointment but I don't know if a barber passed away here or moved,
Yeah.
but there's been like
There's a barber shortage.
there's something going on right now because I'm getting harassed. It's all new people.
Yes.
Not that I don't care. I mean, I want to accept new people, and I'm trying to cut a lot
You
of
might have
locals.
to buy the building.
Yeah, and just like put 100 barbers in here. You probably could.
I'm serious.
But yo, so this guy comes in, he's all in a suit, and I'm like, yeah, so you got an appointment? He's like, no, do you have time for a walk-in? That's usually the reply back, and I'm like,
That's a nice
yeah, I'm like,
start.
well, let me check. And 2:30 was the only time I had open, and I was kind of embarrassed because I look like such a liar. I'm like, oh, just so happened to have 2:30 open, and
And it was
like, really?
2:30?
Yeah, it was 2:30 on the dot.
That's
It
amazing.
was like
I would have
2:27.
been like, well, you have good timing, sir.
Actually, I wanted to lie to him and go,
Love it.
we're booked, so I could sit down and talk to Dave for a half hour.
Oh,
So we're
about
talking.
nothing?
We're talking about
No.
the most important part of today, which do you know what that is?
What?
Everybody thinks it's the voting. It's not. It's not the election.
What?
Today is also the NFL trade deadline. And of
Dun,
course, the
dun,
Redskins went out and got Lattimore, one of the best corners in football, so they're turning that team completely around. Okay, so if you're not ready to play them right now, which we're the only team that has a shot, Dallas is just completely like walking away, quitting at this point. They're taking their ball and going home. So I mean, long story short, today the Eagles made no moves. I think 4 o'clock was the deadline.
Did
I
we
heard
do
nothing.
anything?
Probably not.
I didn't see anything notable, so.
I don't
sure
think they
we'll
want to
find
get
out
rid of draft
later.
picks. I think at this point they're just like staying where they are. It's
Well,
the bottom
anyway,
line.
guys, we're here in the dark because it's dark out already. Like, come
We're
on,
here in the dark
okay?
because it's
WTF.
dark.
Like, honestly.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, let's talk about cruising, okay? What
Most
do we
important
got?
part of the
What do we
day,
got?
cruising.
Okay, guys, remember the Symphony of the Seas? We talked about it. They had that crazy fog. I called it a fog fire. Like, the fog machine set off the sprinkler systems.
Yeah.
The whole ship, like, oh my god. So anyway, somebody emailed me and she told me that she was there and she said it was very, very upsetting. It was worse kind of
Way
than what it
worse.
seemed like.
Yes.
And she said that it really was upsetting for people that herself.
Yeah.
It was like scarier than it's like, portrayed.
I thought
And
it
she
was
said
too.
Royals has taken no responsibility for it, didn't give them anything, and just acted like, oh
This is
well.
what they do.
Now the cruise went on as normal afterwards. They said they cleaned it up, and she didn't tell me this, but I
So by
heard
6
somewhere
a.m. it
else.
was good.
They cleaned it up the next morning, and everything was fine. But she did say it was very traumatic, especially for those people who have gone through a fire. They were
Yeah.
like really scared.
Well,
Like,
how about this? It's your
PTSD
first time on a
situation.
cruise, or your second
Oh
or
my
third
god, you
or
would have had
fourth
a,
time.
you might have jumped.
I would have been okay now.
No, but
because,
back in the day.
Oh my god! That first cruise, I would have jumped off
She
the
would have
ship.
been like, we're never doing this ever again.
I
If
would have
that
went
was
down
our
to the
first
bottom and like,
cruise-
open that door, I'm falling out.
Yo, if that was our first cruise,
Never
I
cruise
don't think
again.
you would have cruised ever again.
No, and I agree.
Because that would have
yeah.
been too much for you. And a lot of people, I could see it happening.
Well, how
so,
about Big Bob from back
I hope
home?
it doesn't happen again.
Yo, one of my customers, I told him he's gonna have the greatest time on like the Breakaway or the Escape,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
What was the Breakaway?
She was like selling
I'm like,
cruises
dude,
to
you're
this
gonna
guy,
have the
okay?
best time of your life. I was just on that ship, my favorite ship of all time. It's the better one, not Breakaway, the other one.
The Escape.
The Escape. So this guy goes on the Escape, right? He meets by the way, he's meeting his stepson who's marrying his mom. He's getting engaged that weekend. And he's meeting the stepson that weekend for the first time.
Yes.
Okay? So he don't even know this kid.
So that's not awkward enough.
Dude,
okay?
he said the best part is we became so close because the kid was literally hugging him,
tell him what
crying.
happened. You didn't tell him what happened.
He's on the one that had the bomb cyclone hit. Remember that bomb cyclone years ago? Only the cruise people know about the bomb cyclone. They were going back up north. They got to Carolina. They hit this bad storm where they had snow. He had water. He said water was just pouring down the steps.
And they were like an instant family.
Yeah, he said we were the closest after that.
They were like holding on to each other, like, I love you.
And I told him, I said, dude, I can't believe it happened. I'm so sorry.
Maybe that was fate that happened.
You know what's funny?
Because that totally, like, that was it. They broke the ice.
Yeah, this other girl that used to bring her little brother in, that girl that brought her brother in, Richie owned that place that your mom worked on top, you know, with the daycare, not the daycare, if you buy a house,
oh, the real estate
realtor.
office?
Yeah, the guy that had the business downstairs. Yeah, well, the guy that had the business downstairs from Connie, he was a union. He wasn't a union guy. He was a.
I remember that.
Yeah, Richie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his daughter was supposed to go on a cruise with all them. They were on that cruise too.
Wow.
And she said to me, she's like, yo, do you think I should go? I'm like, oh my God, if you miss out, you're going to be so disappointed. Well, she was in there the day Big Bob was in there talking about, like, basically blaming me for, like, the weirdest cruise of his life.
I don't know why I didn't look at the upside of that.
What is the upside? You're never going to cruise again?
No. That, like, they all came together. Like, he was probably kind of worried about that, how it was going to go. And I'm sure the kid was nervous too.
Yeah.
And that took away all that.
He said they were hugging.
Yeah, so
like,
how else was
in
that?
a ball, like everybody's screaming.
I'm looking at it. I feel like that's a win for me, that cruise. I like it.
Well, I mean, I just think it was
Fall
like
down for the bomb cyclone in a
anytime you're on a
like
cruise
that.
where you got to put your vest on, that's got to be scary.
Yeah.
Now
sure
that
it is.
one,
So,
I don't think this weekend
no.
happened. I'm not saying.
But a fire, if you are a fire victim, okay. Like,
how about if you're not a fire victim? You're just scared to death of a fire because you hear
but
it's
say
the most
you've been in a
dangerous thing
fire
in the world.
before, and now you're in a fire in the middle of the ocean, and you know what happens.
Yeah, like that's one of the most dangerous places
Now,
to
you
be.
didn't see a fire, but when all that goes on, like, you don't think sprinkler systems, it wasn't just like a little spritz, guys. It was like,
the real deal.
like it was wild.
I would have been so scared.
Crazy, guys.
Man. And here's another thing that scares me, that them doors come down.
Yes, those
that
fire
means if
doors,
you're stuck
are they
in
gonna
there,
lock you in there to burn
that's what they're
up?
doing. That's what they're doing.
Oh, no.
That's
Like
what they did to them guys. They did that to the crew. Remember
I feel like
a year ago?
coal mining days. Remember that?
Yeah, a year ago or 2 years ago. Remember the guys burnt to death in the steam room? A fire lit, the doors shut, they died in there. And imagine that death. It's probably horrible. But you know what? I'll tell you, those sprinklers are really letting off some rain, so I don't think much can
They
live
got some
there.
good sprinkler systems going, like quality. Okay, quality sprinkler
So
systems.
you really just get wet.
Yeah. I mean, I would have had fun with it actually. So it would have been like fun for me. But I could
How
see.
would it have been fun? Like, what would you have done? Slid around the place?
No, it just would have been funny to get soaking wet.
Yeah, of course.
And
it
then
would.
we're like, where are we going?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just chaos.
That's
is
a
fun.
vlogger's dream.
Chaos is fun sometimes.
Chaos, that's fun.
But I could see if you're not seasoned
Yeah.
for you to be, if you're nervous already.
When we were coming back on this last cruise, that water was like, and then we went out,
Yeah.
in the first one, the end of the first. That was pretty wild to wake up in the middle of the night and you're going, like, I never had it where I couldn't control, like, guys, it was like when we turned one way and went back, I was peeing, I fell right into the wall. And I was like stuck against the wall. I'm thinking, like, we must be really on like a curve.
All right, guys, I saw something else today. Okay, listen to this. A family got kicked off. I don't know when this happened.
Do you mean the Spanish lady got handcuffed? Okay.
No.
Did you see that?
No.
Oh, we gotta talk about that.
All right, guys, listen. A family got kicked off. I don't know when this occurred. I'm assuming it was recently, off the Carnival Freedom in Bimini. Okay?
That's bad.
There was 4 families involved. I'm going to try to put the link in the description.
There's a
try.
brawl. Do you have
So
video?
don't, like, I'm going to try.
Do you have video?
Not of the brawl, but of them, like,
Getting thrown
on the
off.
side of the ship in Bimini. They're all just
Was there
standing there with
kids in it all,
suitcases.
too?
I saw one kid. I didn't really look. There could have been more. I feel
Oh.
bad. I don't know. I'm not real old. Like, maybe
What did
like
you do?
8.
What did you?
There's
How did
4
you
families
lose this
involved
control?
for fighting, and they all got kicked off in
Guys.
Bimini. Like, see ya.
Yeah,
Peace out.
you
What
have to really
happens
come at
then?
me to get a
But wait,
fight.
what happens? I want to talk to those people because I want to know. Forget the fight. I know why you got kicked
They
off.
fly home.
I want to know. You're in Bimini now. What if you don't have the money?
I don't know.
You're
Yes,
just
it's possible.
sleeping outside?
I don't know.
Like,
that one kid,
We're
I
at
don't know.
Bimini today. What if they're like, we can't get you on a plane?
Well, it confuses me that they threw that one guy out in Jamaica and locked his
Jim,
mom
there's a
up.
lot of people.
No,
When
I'm
I say a
saying,
lot,
but
it's
I'm
like 40
saying they
people.
should have locked that kid up.
Yeah, they should have. How's he getting
Before
home?
he like beat the lady up, and they locked the mom up in Miami.
Yeah, they should have
Why
locked
didn't you
that
lock
kid
him
up,
up?
too. I
But
don't
they got
know.
him off the ship in Jamaica. He must have wanted to get off that ship, and they probably let him.
But guys, 4 families got kicked off the
4
Carnival Freedom.
families. There has to be some video, people.
Bimini,
Come on.
okay?
Who's got the video?
I don't have video of the fight, but I'm gonna try to put this in the description. If it doesn't work, sorry.
We need a video of the fight,
Yeah.
please. Come on, I gotta see this. It's gonna be on there. It'll be on there by tonight or tomorrow. I know it.
Yes. All right, guys. What else do we got? Listen to this. Royal Caribbean. Okay. Remember they have the Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which
That's right.
we all love.
Can't forget it.
Now they're gonna make Perfect Day Mexico. Okay, which is essentially going to be Costa Maya. So they've finalized the deal. Royal Caribbean has purchased Costa Maya. Okay.
You mean an island outside Costa Maya?
Listen, includes the port and additional land attached. Okay, guess how much the deal was? $292 million.
Gosh,
I mean, Royals, like, they got money to burn. I'll tell you what. They're burning our money. They're charging enough.
They are.
Yeah, so it's officially to close next year, the deal.
Okay.
So
Okay, we're
I'm
years
assuming
away.
they're going to have ships going there in 2027.
2027.
Now, other cruise lines can still use the port.
Right.
It's not like it's going to be like Coco Cay where it's just Royal and Celebrity.
Yeah. They can use the port, but they can't go.
This is going to be
or
other
anything.
people's. No, I think they're going to be able to. I don't know. Because it's like a...
So you could pay to go?
Probably. Well, just like you pay, I guess you're going to have to pay. I don't know how it's going to work out, so I don't know. But I know other cruise ships are going to be able to go there. It's not just going to be a Royal thing.
Yeah.
So
That sounds cool.
we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm sure they're just going to charge it, and you can do whatever you want there.
Guys, if you're wondering why it's a spooky barber shop, it's because it's dark and we left the lights out. It's scary here.
Doesn't it look like, what's like, is that the lights from like the traffic?
Yeah, there's
They
like
look like
weird stuff
fire.
floating around. There's
Sparkling.
also like stuff like orbs. You got orbs
and-
floating around.
It's crazy in here right now.
There's an orb out there. Touch
We're
my
in the dark.
hand. Touch
How
the
is
tip
it
of my
dark,
finger.
guys? We do this here like almost every night. You watch it. Are we in the dark? No, now we're in the dark.
We are in the dark.
Oh my God.
We're in the dark on this video too, on the people that were fighting. I would like to see that
Now
video.
let's talk about a positive for Carnival. They got a new mascot.
Oh, I like this.
Ducky the Duck. Now
Ducky the
name,
Duck.
you guys didn't put much thought into that, just Ducky the
I go with
Duck.
Ducky the Duck.
I mean,
Really?
it's easy,
Duck Quacker.
right? It's easy. You can remember
Why would
it.
you just... Well, you
Okay.
couldn't have put some thought into that?
It debuted on the Jubilee, and it's going to be fleet-wide,
Should
obviously.
be.
Soon.
And I hope this promotes
debuted.
more ducks around the cruise ship. Because it's the one thing I do like.
Yes.
If you look for ducks, you'll find them.
The
Now they got
ducks are
these
fine.
really little mini ducks.
And I think, you know what I like about the ducks? Okay, can I tell you what I like about
Yeah,
them?
you should
I
definitely.
feel like it is an innocent activity for kids to partake in.
Okay.
There isn't much available
Even
anymore
though I like
in
stealing
that
them.
realm, okay?
Yeah.
Mostly kids' activities now just involve video games. So I like how this is kind of something on a cruise ship. A kid or a group of kids, can you see a group of kids hiding them,
Yeah, yeah.
looking, stalking to see if anybody gets it, trying to look the next day to see if it's still there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just an activity, I feel like, for kids, no matter
Harmless.
what age.
Totally harmless. Yeah.
And fun, and they can do it with their parents or just with themselves, their siblings, and I like
And it's
it.
funny because when I
think
first
it's
started
good for kids.
cruising, and the first duck I saw, I was like, yo, some person left a duck in the weirdest place. And then when I started seeing them in other places that you can't get to, kids can't get to, that's when I realized, I'm like, this is like a thing. And then we found out from somebody that it was a thing.
Yeah, so I like it. I'm all for the ducks. I think it promotes like family and kids doing some kind of fun activity that doesn't involve
I think it's
video
awesome.
games
I even
and
like the type of ducks,
TV.
like seeing what they got.
Yeah, the
know?
ducks are always cool. There's always new ones, cute ones.
There is.
They're fun.
Some of them are funny.
Yes.
Might have a Hulk Hogan duck.
Yes.
Mr. T. You know what I mean?
Guys, and this storm is coming too, Raphael.
Raphael's out of
Okay,
control.
so I don't
out
know
there.
what's going to happen. I'm sure there's probably already news already that I don't even know about of ships getting turned around or going here instead of there. I don't even know. It's
Raphael.
coming through that same gully.
The
You
gullet,
know,
right
the
up the
same
gullet.
way
Well, this one is
into
kind
the
of,
Gulf.
this one's going in the other side of Cuba. Usually it cuts between Cuba and Florida, and they're scary because they get in the middle there somehow. I don't know how they do it. This one kind of went over Cuba, but it's going to pick back up again when it hits Louisiana.
Poor people in the Gulf, like,
Yeah,
prayers
well, this is
go out to you
heading
guys.
towards like New Orleans area again.
I know, but that's even that whole thing in there.
Yeah, I said to
Whoever's
Michelle,
in there.
I said, wasn't that a late storm? And I looked it up. It wasn't. It was early. It was like August 10th, right?
When?
It was August 10th, the Katrina.
Oh, was it?
I thought it was
didn't know.
late. I was like, yo, is that
Oh
like
no,
a
that was
thing?
an early storm.
I think I'm a meteorologist, guys.
No.
I do. Because when I was young, I was so afraid of thunderstorms. I learned like the Weather Channel. I just watched the Weather Channel. I knew in Philly, 60% chance of a thunderstorm, you were getting a thunderstorm. Down here, it's different. Down here, it could be 10%. And you go to, me and her go to the beach and
You're like, oh, there's no rain today. It says like 8%.
I don't
And it's like,
understand it. And they say it's the percent of the place. Like, so 10% of Merritt Island, it's going to rain. 10% of Cocoa Beach, it's going to rain. But it just seems to rain every time.
yeah, it seems no matter what the percent is, if there's a percent,
It
it's
rains.
happening.
Yeah. Isn't that
Yes.
weird? Because Philly wasn't like that.
It is weird.
Right.
But guys, also prayers go out to a Celebrity Edge crew member who had to be airlifted off the ship near the coast of Australia for medical reasons. I don't know what they are, but hopefully they're okay, and prayers go out to them.
Prayers.
So it's a crew
Prayers to
member.
you.
I'm not sure what happened, but they got airlifted off there.
That's sad,
Yeah.
man. That sucks because that
So-
person just wants to do their job, probably hustling. You know what I mean? And this happens.
Yes. Guys, have a great night.
You guys have a
okay?
good night.
We're gonna go home
I hope
because
your
it's
team
dark.
gets a good player, okay? Because I know the Eagles decide to not make any moves whatsoever. They're pulling the Dallas Cowboys and just like, why do we need to get any better?
We're like, we're fine.
Yeah, we're right there.
We're
you know?
perfect.
Yeah, we're fine. Jacksonville should have beat us, to be honest with you.